Don's dad, Don,
Right.
worked for my grandpa, and if there was a football game, they worked in the morning, and then they stopped working at noon. They took off to the game. It didn't matter if it was home, away, it didn't matter where it was.
That's true.
So-
and that the same with my father, who just shut his lumberyard down and they went to the game.
Down.
And when my dad got to Parkinson's so bad that he couldn't drive anymore, Don and Gladys took them everywhere.
Right.
And I knew Don as a kid, but we weren't like best friends or anything, but our parents certainly were. And I think that Don gets his drive and his loyalty to Templeton because he's always grown up with it, and it's where his heart is.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's absolutely where his heart is.
Yeah.
And he has kept that loyalty all these years, no matter where he moved to and the different jobs that he had and everything. He always came home to Templeton.
Absolutely.
And I think he will always have that in his heart.
Mm-hmm. And
He
that
will always
reminds
be
me,
there.
you know, I was in this school in the 80s, and I would always see Don, and that's when he lived out of town. It didn't matter if there was a football game that he could come to, he came to it. If he
Yes.
couldn't make it to our game, 2 weeks in a row, he would definitely make it to homecoming, and that is why I'm so proud that he is our homecoming grand marshal.
Me too.
Nobody deserves it more than Don Thorndyke.
And even as ill as he is now, he still he makes himself
going to the games.
well for Templeton High School athletics.
Absolutely.
All
He's
of
at
them.
the hospital, and he's at the game. He stays out late at nighttime to go to the game to help support your kids, which is exactly what Donny
Absolutely.
Thorndyke is about, is
Is
supporting
supporting kids.
your kids.
So if you guys had to choose 3 words to describe Don, what would you say?
The 3 words that I would use to describe Don would be loyalty to his school, honest, and caring for kids.
Yes. The 3 words I would use to describe Donny Thorndyke would be loyal, alumnus proud,
Yes.
and town loyalty, respect.
Right.
I don't know. Cut all those words out. But
He remembers where his roots are.
The alumni, he remembers where his roots are.
Perfect. What do you think is his most, like if he could choose one event to come to, what do you think would be,
Oh my God.
what would he want to go to?
I think Don would never, ever, ever miss a homecoming football game.
I would agree. I don't think he would ever miss a homecoming football game. Ever.
I don't think he has missed a homecoming football game since the early 70s, maybe even ever.
So tell us about his athletic career here at Templeton.
Don's athletic career at Templeton was, to put it mildly, limited. He played tennis and he did well at it. He went out for basketball, but
But he was a klutz.
his exact words. But it didn't make him not like sports. He loves sports and he loves
Athletics, period.
Athletics,
Just
period.
Anything with athletic,
And
anything with school spirit. He loves it.
And especially if it's Templeton athletics.
Templeton.
I think that it means everything to Don to be chosen Grand Marshal. He kind of tries to play it down, but it's like it just means a whole lot to him because he's so loyal to Templeton schools. And to be honored like that and for people to recognize his loyalty is wonderful.
And I'm just going to go with what Barbara said. There is no better way to describe Donny than proud and modest.
Yes.
Is that the right word?
Yes, I would say.
Yes.